Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. We're going to talk about Battle Angel. Alita Battle Angel is out on DVD, Blu-ray, digital. And if you want to see a sequel to Battle Angel, Rosa Salazar is urging you to go buy the movie. I'm sure a lot of the Alita army out there already have a copy, but apparently the future of the franchise, whether or not we get a sequel, depends on whether or not the Blu-ray sales are good. Now, I am hearing from people on Twitter that a lot of places are selling out, which is a pretty good sign. But if you want to see another Alita movie, buy those Blu-rays, buy those downloads, buy the DVDs if that's what you got. Before we get into the video, please subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, and rants. And we really appreciate all of you who have subscribed. It's helped us out immensely over the last month or two. Thank you so much for that. We want to keep bringing you more content like this. Alita, which was a surprise sleeper hit earlier in the year. It resonated with a lot of manga and anime fans. It became sort of the alternative for movies like Captain Marvel, which kind of got it into a little bit of trouble with places like The Independent that called it an alt-right parable. But no, Alita definitely has a very strong fandom, and hopefully now that it's hit home video, that fandom will continue to grow. Kind of reminds me of what happened with Batman Begins, where people didn't know what to make of it, and they were kind of burnt out after Batman and Robin, so they didn't go see it in the theater. But when it hit home video and people saw it was actually pretty good, people turned out in droves for The Dark Knight, and we can only hope that that will happen with Alita, because it did, end on a cliffhanger, and it opened up all kinds of possibilities where to go forward. So this is coming from IndieWire. We're gonna look over a couple of these articles here. This version from IndieWire: Rosa Salazar urges Alita fans to show Disney there's demand for a sequel. Buy those Blu-rays. Yeah, so we talked about how it seemed to be Alita versus Captain Marvel at the box office, but now Disney owns both companies. They own Marvel Studios and Fox. So really it's going to be at Disney's discretion as to whether or not they continue the franchise, the Alita franchise, which is kind of terrifying because we don't know what they would do to it. And they're also very focused on James Cameron's Avatar right now too, but it does have an awful lot of potential, and hopefully they move forward with the sequel. So it had a $404 million worldwide gross, did really, really well in China, and it left the possibility for a sequel in a state of open-endedness. Yeah, we don't know, because Disney is actually cutting corners right now because of the merger. So Robert Rodriguez's Alita Battle Angel was one of 20th Century Fox's final theatrical releases prior to the Disney-Fox merger. With $404 million worldwide, the manga adaptation was far from the box office disaster many feared, while still not being a breakaway hit that makes a sequel a no-brainer. Yeah, it did really well. A lot of people didn't expect it to do as well as it did, but it did not obviously perform like a Marvel movie. So Rodriguez ended Alita with the clear intention of making a second installment, but whether the new parent company Disney goes ahead with an Alita 2 remains a question. Hopefully they don't decide to reboot it with a Disney Channel star or some such bullshit. So one person who's hoping for a sequel is Rosa Salazar. "I would play Alita until my last breath," she told Slash Film. "I would, and thanks to the performance capture technology, I probably could." That is true. What's going on with a lot of movies now is that actors, even as they age, they can be de-aged into movies. We've seen it time and time again in Marvel movies. And yeah, technically she could play Alita into her 60s or 70s, and they could just do the motion capture. Salazar said she has yet to hear any updates from the studio on the possibility for an Alita sequel, but she encouraged fans to do whatever they can to prove to Disney that demand for another Alita film is real. "Buy those Blu-rays," she said while confirming, "but no, I haven't heard anything yet." And yeah, that's really what it's going to come down to. I think Blu-ray sales, and I think a lot of people probably were waiting for home video. They didn't make it to the theater. It came out at kind of a wonky time. It was the middle of February. Hopefully now people will go buy it on Blu-ray. I mean, they had a crazy merger, Salazar said. She said people are gaining jobs, people are losing jobs. The whole Disney-Fox acquisition is so involved. And this isn't the right time for me to call Alan Horn and be like, "Hey bro, I know you got a lot of stuff going on, but what about Alita 2? Alita earned favorable reviews from critics and became a cult favorite. Okay, here we go. Alita earned favorable reviews from critics and became a cult favorite among a certain contingent of moviegoers. They're not coming right out and saying what that contingent might be, who have started championing for an Alita sequel on social media using the Alita Army hashtag. The first movie ended with revelation that Edward Norton was cast as the villainous Nova, who is often mentioned throughout the movie. Rodriguez revealed that he cast Norton with the intention of the actor playing a main role in the sequel, even if he was unsure a sequel would ever get made. So Rodriguez says there was no way to tell the story without including those people. Yeah, they were very important to the manga, and yeah, so clearly they had more movies in mind. It did do better than Dark Phoenix. It did a hell of a lot better than Dark Phoenix, so hopefully they will consider doing another one. Now, it's interesting, Salazar is going to be in Undone on Amazon too, which is coming out September 13th. And this is pretty interesting. It's rotoscoped. It kind of reminds me of A Scanner Darkly with Keanu Reeves, that rotoscoped technology. So hopefully Salazar doesn't get typecast as being someone that they call in for animation only. But she is getting more roles now, and I'm sure that, she's going to get a lot of phone calls in the future, even if they don't do another Alita movie. Yeah, everybody, all these movie sites seem to be talking now about how she wants to play Alita forever. So she's not distancing herself from the role, which is good to see, because, again, when you throw out accusations like this, that Battle Angel is an alt-right movie, when you throw that out there, a lot of stars would be like, oh no, I don't want to have anything to do with it. But she's like, she wants to play Alita until her last breath. But really, all of this is about buying the Blu-rays, right? That's all these articles are about, going out and buying the Blu-rays. I think all of you know that the Blu-rays are available, and that will probably make or break the movie. We actually have had it for a couple weeks now on digital. So we did our part to support Alita, and hopefully it does get the green light for a sequel. It was a pretty good movie. So please subscribe to Clownfish TV for more pop culture news, views, and rants. And again, thank you so much for June and July. You guys have been awesome. Our channel's been growing. We really appreciate it, and we'll talk to you later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.